canal. Soy tu
Holy,
anfitrión, Stephen Stark.
what?
Este es mi invitado, Val. Welcome, Val. How you doing?
Oh my god, yo, you got me off guard with that.
Yeah,
That's impressive. That's very impressive.
I knew 95% of that. I had to look up how to say host.
No, that was really good. Awesome. Thank you, Stephen, for having me here. I look very pale right now because I just opened up a tab here. I was actually gonna try to go to your channel to look at the stream
Right?
so I can see the chat and all that. But yeah, I'm good. What's
Well,
that?
so Val. Hi, Val.
Hi.
I'm super excited to have you on because we've known each other for a few years now.
Yeah.
I said it in my tweet. You're probably like the person that I made fandom friends with that I'm still fandom friends with all this time later, you know, like
Yes.
you're my oldest buddy in the fandom. But I also have to admit that a lot of my other friends are not as aware of you because I'm really a deep book fan person.
Yes.
And most of my people I've met through the deep book fandom. And you've read the books though, right?
Yes, definitely. I've read them. Whoops, sorry, I just said it. Yeah, I've read them once all the way through, and I have reread a few chapters here and there. I've always meant to do an entire read of the whole thing, but yeah, so far I've only read them once.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But your channel, which is how I came to know you, is kind of was a more show-based channel.
Yes. I actually did intend to make a book-based channel when I first started, but it like I made one video about the show that really blew up, and so I decided like, hey, let's just put all my eggs in that basket type of thing.
You went where the views were.
Yeah.
Right on. So, Val, this is a super informal format. Like, I really don't prepare questions ahead of time.
Okay.
We're just, but I do want to ask you kind of like, I always start kind of in more or less the same place, which is, where did Val start? Because you have an accent that is not American.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Where's that? All right.
Yes. So actually, funny story. I was at a bus stop a few days ago, just waiting for my bus, and then this lady comes over, and you know, one of those very talkative persons, and so she starts making conversation with me, and she like almost right away she's like, "Are you American?" And I'm like, "What?" I've never heard that question before. But yeah, it's funny how like everyone's always trying to guess my accent, which is my own fault for messing with it, because I did purposely try to change it to not sound like I used to when I first got here to Canada. But yeah, so that was the first time I was asked if I was American. I guess I don't sound Canadian. But yeah, no. So my accent, for anyone who doesn't know, it is Venezuelan, Spanish from Venezuela. That is in South America, the very top of South America, and it's a country that's just going through a lot of crappy stuff right now, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, so I've been living in Canada for 13 years, and yeah, I've been able to change the accents a lot, I guess. It wasn't you at the bus.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. My mother says, that's my mom, for those of you that, I think most of you know who she is by now. Val, you know my mother. You met her. Yes. She is a very talkative person indeed.
Yeah.
And I was literally thinking when you said I met a very talkative person at the bus stop, I'm like, was my mom in Canada recently?
Actually, she kind of did remind me a little bit of your mom. A little bit. She was talking about her daughter, though. So her daughter was moving, and she was like, oh, she hasn't packed anything. And it's just like, yeah, this whole thing.
So you've been in Canada for 13 years. Your English is not your first language, though.
No.
Yeah, I do have a tendency to greet my guests in their native language. So, and I was torn between Spanish and Canadian.
Canadian. What would that would have just been like a whole bunch of A's?
Hey, moose antlers, bacon. Yeah.
Yes, there's an ongoing joke that I have a moose in the backyard.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Can we see it?
No, he's shy.
Okay, a shy moose in the backyard.
Yes. But no, what was I gonna say? Actually, now that you mentioned the languages thing, have you had anyone on that was Polish because like
No.
I am learning Polish right now, just super randomly. And I know there are two people in the community that know Polish. That is Living My Rhapsody and Charlie in Westeros.
Okay.
And, yeah.
There's a guy called Blue Tiger on
really?
Twitter that's Polish.
Nice. So yeah, I would love to like learn how to introduce a guest in Polish. That'd be cool.
Well, I already know Spanish. Yeah, kind of. So it was easy. I went the easy route.
Okay.
Rather than try to learn Canadian in one day.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
But no, I've had other Spanish speakers on. I've had a Serbian on my channel. So
nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
So let me ask you this then, Val. When and why did you start making videos for YouTube?
So let's see. Well, my first video on YouTube is actually from all the way back in like 2007, I believe. I would make random videos. I was very much into stop motion animation. So I made a few stop motion animation videos and then some other random like music in the background and me kind of dancing or acting funny and weird and just like super random because like that's what YouTube was about back then.
Right.
And I never took it too seriously. I just posted those things for fun. I made some friends actually through that, which was good. But anyway, I forgot about it. That was back in high school. Then I went to college, and I didn't post anything on college except for like my assignments. A few assignments I would post on YouTube. And then after college was done, I got a job, and then after that job, while I was in that job, that's when like YouTubers were starting to like get big and make money, and this thing about making money on YouTube was becoming a thing, and like it was just becoming very easy for people to have their channels and grow a channel and all that. So I got really into it. The doggies, it's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could hear them, but
yeah, no, that's
hold on a second. I'm gonna.
All right. Don't forget that to speak Canadian, you need to be extremely polite. Oh, yes, that's true. That is true. Yeah, a lot of sorries. That would have been perfect, too.
Okay.
All right. So...
Sorry about that. I wasn't sure if you could hear the dogs or not. My brother just got home and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it.
They're stupid. What can I say? They're great, but they're stupid.
It's just dogs.
They're just dogs.
Yeah. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So after college, so yeah, I got so in the middle of my job. Then one of my colleagues pushed me to do it. Actually, he was like, "Yeah, I'm sure you could do it," because I was kind of interested in. So he knew I was interested in. So he was like, "Yo, just do it. Just fucking do it." And then so I went for it, and yeah, and that's how I posted my first welcome to my channel video. It's still there. You can still see it. I sound awkward as hell in that video. And then my second video, I think, was my lore video. So I wanted to make lore videos about Song of Ice and Fire. And then eventually I got into the show thing. And that's how that happened. Yeah. But the thing is, in college, I did study all of the things that I needed to know to make YouTube videos. So like I already had all of that knowledge. And that's why like a lot of people say like, well, your videos were like very good quality from the start. But that's because I actually went to school for it.
You already knew what you were doing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Right on. And how long ago, I don't remember how long ago I kind of first found your channel, but it's been a long time. Do you remember at what point you started making that content? Do you remember what year that was? Or do I need to like actually go to your YouTube channel and pull it up?
You mean like this sleuthing content?
Or whatever content it was when you started making TV show
what
stuff.
Year?
Yeah.
Or like that was 2015.
Okay.
So yeah, around July of 2015, I think. So
it has been quite a while you've been at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've probably been following you most of that time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I remember you like maybe 3 years ago.
At least.
Yeah. You were even on my gaming channel too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which
not a lot of people know about.
I still am subscribed to Because Gaming.
Nice.
I don't even know I don't think you put anything on there really.
No, I stopped at some point. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still like subscribed to it.
Nice.
Well, there's a lot of great people in the chat, and I like to say hello to them. I forgot last week, and that's on me. But Forrest Blurta is out there. Hello, Forrest. It's nice to see you again. Ana Iglesias. Or not Iglesias, Iglesias. Cuahuatli. That name throws me every time. I think it's Mayan or something, but here all the time. Leaf Underhill, John Webster, who's going to be my bunkmate at Ice and FireCon. Going to Ice and FireCon too, by the way. I'll tell everybody about that in a minute. Hey Steph is, I ain't seen you in a while. How you doing? Ridiculous Ed Tollett won my Patreon giveaway. Ed got a bunch of free swag from me.
Nice.
He sent me a picture. He got it. I hope you like it, Ed, Sean, whatever. Rod, damn it. Good to see you. Sunflower, Beth, hello. Jaded Redhead, a.k.a. Kelly, Moni G, Danny McKay. Nice to see everybody. And again, a lot of people said they didn't really know who you were because, again, deep book nerds or like other, for whatever reason, some people, it's a big fandom. It's hard to know everybody.
Yes.
But like,
yes,
I am, let's see. I met you face to face at the very first Con of Thrones. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, and you signed my...
You were dressed as a Stark soldier.
You got it, and you signed... Hold on, I'm going to show everybody. Show it off. It's actually signed by a lot of people, but you got a primo spot.
Oh, by the way, I saw PJ in the chat there. Hello, PJ. I know him.
Oh, nice. Hi, PJ. Welcome. But yeah, this is my World of Ice and Fire book with my Because Geek sticker proudly displayed inside right next to your autograph.
Nice. So cool. Yeah, I remember, I think I just sent you that because like those are the things that I send my patrons. I don't think you were my patron at that point, but like it was like you had just showed so much support and followed for so long. I'm like, hey, you know what? He deserves it.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I do try to be positive and supportive. And I see Aziz just popped in. Hey, Aziz.
Oh, Aziz, hello.
Hi, Amanda, the Disputed Lands. So cool. And then came the second Con of Thrones. The one in Dallas.
Oh, yes. We just went to like a whole other level.
We did. I feel like that weekend we just pretended to be brother and sister all weekend.
Yeah. Yo, that was great.
And I got to meet Graham, he's a very nice boy. Tell him I said he's a very nice boy.
Okay, I will.
Actually, he was super cool too. So you got yourself a good one there.
Yes, I think he's heading out to hockey very soon.
Okay.
A little bit.
Well, cross-check somebody for me.
Yeah. Very Canadian thing to do.
Yep. And then say you're sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
So Val, why did you decide, like, what was the thing that really made you go, I want to make videos though? What's that? Because you still work in sort of like, I mean, I know it's maybe not your full-time job, but you do a lot of streaming still over on Twitch. So this is you're still in this space quite a bit. You've changed platforms, but what made you go, this is the thing that I need to do?
That's a good question. I mean, like I hadn't thought about that too much. I think it was just the need to be creative, to do something creative. Yeah, it's always been in the back of my mind. I guess it's just always called out to me. I always need to do something like that, and it felt like making videos about, like books and fantasy stuff. It's just stuff that I'm really passionate about. Felt right.
Yeah, books and fantasy stuff. We are going to get into that because I am here to expose you as a complete and total nerd.
Okay.
And I didn't think you'd mind too much.
No. Of course not. But yeah, like I always just try and creative things. I think the only creative thing, well, not the only thing, but like I'll do, I enjoy writing as well. And I enjoy drawing a lot. It's one thing that not a lot of people know. I really enjoy drawing. I was big on that when I was younger, and I might be trying to get back into it right now.
Right on.
Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. And just like very graphical stuff. Graphical stuff? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, just stuff with graphics, layouts, design, all those things. Yeah. Yes.
Right on. You got an artist inside you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I think we all do as humans on some level, and we express it differently. But I totally tracks. I love, you're thinking, I love this story. I have these skills, and it's a thing I can create and feel some pride in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and also a big passion for helping other people understand a topic. Like there's something about it that I really enjoy. It's just finding the best ways to explain something, either visually or with like very well thought out words that help, convey information. I'm very passionate about that too.
Right on. And, I think it's a little bit even more impressive, the fact that, English is not your primary language, but you do such a great job of, you're scripting and then you're editing and you're a one person operation.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm glad you bring that up because that is one thing that slows me down. And I know a lot of people know that I'm very slow with my videos, and it's just the language barrier is a big thing for me when I'm writing a script and I just can't figure out the words to use. Yes, has a lot to do with this not being my first language.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like, is that a point of pride for you to want to work by yourself on that, or is it just?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I do really enjoy working with other people.
Sure.
Yes, this is. I mean, there's the pros and cons for both, right?
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
There were pros and cons to that.
Yes. But yeah, so I mean, yes, of course, yeah, I'm definitely proud of it. Yeah.
Cool.
Of course, we all have the imposter syndrome thing going on.
Oh man, we can talk as much or as little about that as if you want, but we have had that conversation face to face. Mm-hmm. And I've had that conversation face to face with a few people in the fandom now, and somebody else was talking about it on. Matt, aka Joe Magician, who's been on my show, was on Sam Adolfo's podcast, and they were talking about, both of them, about feeling that imposter syndrome. Yeah. Like literally, those are the words they used. I think it's extremely prevalent in our little like corner of the deep fandom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, why do I belong here amongst all these brilliant people? But the thing is, all these brilliant people are thinking, why do I belong here amongst all these brilliant people?
It's like, it's just the perspective is so different. Like the way others see you, the way you think of yourself, it's just so weird.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, we're our own worst critics, and it is what it is. Mm-hmm. We're, like I tend to almost idolize the people that I really look up to in the fandom. Like they can't do anything wrong, and that's bitten me in the butt a time or two.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I try to be realistic about it, but yeah, that imposter syndrome is a real thing. But I think that's part of why I love the convention so much, because it just kind of almost vanishes there.
Yeah, that's true. It's not about like how brilliant you are there. It's just about hanging out with geeky people who like the same geeky stuff as you.
Right.
Yeah. I see, by the way, when you go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out. That was actually
right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, glasses are a little. Anyway, so Val.
Mm-hmm.
This is a show called I Know That Nerd.
Okay.
You profess to be a geek more than a nerd. What's the difference?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm correct, but I would say that a nerd is more like someone who's just very intellectual.
Okay.
Just more like on I would say more on like the math science side, and a geek is more into like fantasy and maybe sci-fi and literature and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe
literally define them as the opposite things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's the way I think of it. I could be wrong, but yeah, they're very close. I'm sure they're synonyms.
They're pretty. I mean, what's the difference really?
Yeah,
I'm just messing with you. So when did you know you were a nerd? There comes a time in every young nerd's life where they go, "Hey, that word is me." And what's that nerdy thing that just hooked you?
Well, man, I would say Harry Potter was my first love. And the first really geeky thing that I got into, and I got really, really into it. Like I remember, like way back, I would even read theories on the books and like the books that because not all of them had come out yet. Yes, and people were making theories about what could happen to certain characters. And I remember finding one that was written in English, and I wanted to translate it into Spanish because again, like I always want to like just like share information with people and help them understand it. So like I translated it from English to Spanish and posted it in a forum. And then also I was part of a forum where we were the biggest geeks ever. I think that was the first very geeky thing that I did because we like the whole forum was basically like Hogwarts, right? So you had rooms that were classrooms and you had like a section for the houses. So like your common room for each house was there, and then there were all the rooms for like each class. And then if you were a big part of the forum, then you could become a teacher and you could teach classes to other people that were on the forum. Like we would literally write a lesson and give an assignment, and people would do the assignment. It was just, and then we'd get like points for our houses and stuff.
So that's way more than just like theory crafting. That's like full on.
Yeah.
That's like an immersive role play experience almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was pretty crazy. And I made a lot of good friends from there. And like I'm still in contact with some of them, which is crazy. Like and that was, I don't know, when I was 11 something.
I had a Shea on last week and she gave the same answer and went into like message boards and still friends with some of them to this day. So yeah, that tracks for me. I mean, I'm older than you, but Harry Potter is something that came along when I was already an adult.
Yeah.
You know, but like, and I've never read the books, full disclosure. People know I'd rather watch the movie than read the book most of the time. Anyway, I know I'm a plebe. I have seen all the movies.
Oh, what?
I have seen them all.
No. What did you call yourself?
A plebe, a plebeian. It's yeah.
Oh, I never heard that before.
No, I think it's Greek. It means not a landowner.
Oh, okay.
Or I think, you know, like okay. the masses, the uneducated masses.
Okay. Yes, gotcha.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, Harry Potter, I found the movies all to be actually very good. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Hufflepuff. It took me forever to figure that out because I'm like, maybe I'm a Ravenclaw, maybe I'm a Slytherin. No way I'm a Gryffindor. Those guys are just too, you know. Yeah. But then I'm like, no, if I'm really honest about how I treat myself and the rest of the world, I'm a Hufflepuff to the core, man. Yes.
Me too. Very Hufflepuff. And I didn't like that house at first because, you know, that's the house that's looked down on because it's just the lame house, basically. But no, there's a lot of cool people in the Hufflepuff house. And yeah, I mean, they're loyal, they're patient, they're hardworking. I mean, this is awesome qualities.
And look at like the most awesome character in the whole story, Cedric Diggory.
Yes,
is a Hufflepuff, and he's like the quintessential Hufflepuff, or just like Hufflepuff turned up to 11, maybe.
Yeah. No, I love it. For the longest time, I was sad that I wasn't a Ravenclaw because I was like, damn, I want to be a Ravenclaw so bad. And then I just accepted my Hufflepuffness.
Yeah, the Ravenclaws all became like neurosurgeons and physicists.
Yeah. You know? Yes, exactly. See, that's the other type of nerd. See people in the chat talking about that. The difference between nerd and geek.
There isn't one. I'm just messing with Val. There is not a difference.
Oh no, I've been bamboozled.
Well, it's going to happen again before we're done. We've got an hour and a half to go. I'm going to get you at least a couple more times.
Okay. I'm ready.
Right on. So, Harry Potter then.
Yes.
When... like Harry Potter, Hufflepuff, that's the thing that sucked you in. Was it the magic? Was it the storytelling? Was it the escapist world? Can you sort of identify what elements of that fantasy story? Because like I can deconstruct Star Wars and Dungeons and Dragons all day. They're my oldest nerd loves. You know, I can talk about them at length. So
yeah, that's a good question. I would say yes, the magic for sure. The magic was I was very much into that. And then I just thought it was really cool. I mean, well, the fact that I grew up with Harry Potter. Like, he was the same age as me.
Sure.
So it was just very cool to grow up with a character. A very odd thing, but it's just very cool because, yeah, you're going through the same type of stuff as they are, like, you know, as a teenager growing up, not like the magic stuff, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, so that, and then the characters felt like, you know, friends, I guess. But also that cool thing that J.K. Rowling, is it Rowling? Which he does, which is to make it like a whodunit type of story. So that mystery really draws you in, and the way that she leaves clues everywhere is just really cool, the way that she does it. And so I think that made the story even better. It was just like that. It's always like trying to figure out what is actually happening in the story.
Right.
And there's this big twist, and like, oh my God, look, this is what's happening.
It's not a grim fairy tale. It's got foreshadowing, and it's got real character development. And I watched the movies. Again, I didn't read the books, but I understand that they follow the books at least fairly well. And you know, when they were 11, yes, they were still in very dangerous circumstances, but like the stakes were very like personal. By the time they get to the end, the stakes are very global.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, as you grow up, your impact on the world becomes larger and larger. And I always thought that was a nice parallel, because you're right. How often do you get to grow up with a character like that and have the storytelling changed to remain relevant?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I love that. How it just got like darker and darker, like with every movie.
Right. Well, we're seeing some Hufflepuff love. Aziz says that Ashaya says that Tonks is a Hufflepuff. She was.
Oh, Tonks, yes. And I saw Newt. Yes,
Newt Scamander.
Oh, I love Newt Scamander so much. I'm really happy that he's a Hufflepuff.
A character whose name I know, but I haven't seen those movies. Full disclosure, you know.
But Newt?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend them to a non-Harry Potter fan. They're not.
Okay.
I watched them just because I'm Harry Potter biased.
Right.
Like, I realize that they're not the best movies.
The same way I will watch like literally any Star Wars. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I sat next to you watching a Star Wars movie once.
Wait. Oh yes,
we watched. What was it? Solo. A Star Wars story.
Yes,
yeah.
Solo. Yes. With a big group. Yes. Aziz, Shaya, Sean. A bunch of people were there.
Yeah, a couple of local Dallas nerds were there too. It was a good time. The movie was fun. You know, it was Solo. I'm biased. It's Star Wars.
Yes. I like to not pay too much attention to the plot and like plot holes and stuff like that.
I just really enjoyed Emilia Clarke in that movie.
Yeah.
She was the best part of that movie to me.
She was cool. Yeah.
Well, okay. So I'm going to dig deep into my Harry Potter knowledge and try to ask you a relevant question. All right. Other than what house are you? What is your Patronus?
Oh yes, my Patronus is a winged horse.
Okay.
I guess a Pegasus.
Right. Pegasus is a specific winged horse.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
If you want to get technical about Greek mythology or whatever.
Right. But yeah, that's what friggin' what's it called? Pottermore told me.
Oh, okay.
I never thought about what it would actually be for myself, but I can go with that. I like that. A winged horse. Yeah.
I mean, all right. I don't think somebody else can tell you what your Patronus is.
I don't know. If I had to choose.
Pottermore is also going to be like, it's going to have a limited number of options.
Oh yeah, yes.
Like, it literally cannot generate my Patronus.
Right. Okay. Wait. What would you pick?
It's like a crow octopus hybrid.
What?
Yeah, dude. It's
okay.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, chew on that for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, where is that coming from?
I think crows are amazing. They're incredibly smart birds.
Mm-hmm.
Like the smartest birds in the world are crows.
Yes.
Also, the smartest invertebrates in the world are octopuses.
Oh.
So I'm into the to the nerdy animals.
Okay. I'm into that. Yes.
So like picture a crow, but
yeah.
instead of legs, it's got tentacles.
Right.
And we're like, that's my Patronus.
Okay. Someone needs to draw that.
Yeah. Someone. You said you like drawing stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, I could draw that, actually. I could try and draw that.
Oh, I could not draw that. Although I did the other day post a picture where I drew a spider cowboy.
A spider cowboy?
Yeah. I'll send you the picture later. I put it on Twitter. You're not on Twitter a whole lot, but...
yeah, no, not all that much. But yes, send it to me.
Octocrow, there it is. Thank you, Anna. Knew we'd get there eventually.
Nice. Oh, the dragonfly Patronus is hilarious. I've seen that. I just imagine, because the funny thing is, like, a Patronus is supposed to defend you and protect you, and you know.
Yeah, imagine a horrifying crow octopus Cthulhu monster flying with the tentacles all over your face.
No, that's perfect. I'm thinking of the dragonfly. How is a dragonfly going to do this?
If it's like 7-foot wingspan, I think that can do it.
Yes. Yes. So anyway, so for me, if I had to pick, I guess I would do. I mean, I just recently saw a picture of this beautiful cat. Must have been photoshopped. I don't think that's real. It was a cat with like a leopard's skin pattern.
Was it the black and white one?
It was, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I think I saw that picture maybe a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Of the cat with like black, like speckled black and white all over. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yes, I think that I would love for that to be my Patronus.
Okay.
Or a panther. I love that stuff.
Cool. Are you a cat person over a dog person then?
Yes. Although I like both of them very much. It's really hard for me to pick. But yes, I would say a cat over a dog.
Okay. I mean, you're allowed to have whatever opinion you like.
Right.
I think I'm actually a cat person over a dog person, but like I have dogs, not cats.
Uh-huh.
So it is what it is. And like my one dog, okay, I'm a cat person. I don't think I'll ever love a cat the way I love that dog. You know?
Yeah.
She has like a cat, and you come home, your cat might come to greet you, might not even acknowledge your existence when you walk through the door.
I know.
But
I love that.
But when I come home from work, that dog is like the god of my existence has just graced me with his presence, and I must heap my praise upon him.
I know. It's so amazing to have a being that is so insanely happy to see you every single day.
Yeah.
Just nothing can replace that. Yeah.
Yep. Do you have pets?
No, I've had them, but not right now. Yeah, I've had both dogs and cats, and I've had birds, and I've had fish.
I've had fish.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe a turtle at some point.
Going for the George R.R. Martin route.
Yes. True. What about you? Have you had more than dogs, or?
Oh yeah, over the years I've had dogs, cats, ferrets.
Oh my god, I want a ferret so bad.
They smell bad, but they're really fun otherwise. And you can get their scent glands taken out, but they still have a pretty. You need to give them a bath on the regular.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's, I think, one reason it stops me. But yeah, I do follow like ferret Facebook pages just so I can see a bunch of ferret videos when I'm scrolling through.
See, that's me with parrots.
Parrots.
Yeah, I love birds in general. I think birds are really cool. Crow. That's why crow is in there so much. Although crows, they do not make great pets. parrots do make good pets if they're cared for properly. But like, I can't have a parrot. I travel for work, and it'll outlive me anyway. So.
Oh, jeez.
Well, and they're very social. You need to be there for them, So
right.
It would be almost cruel to have a pet parrot, but yeah, I watch parrot videos.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if this is a bit of a downer story, but I just remembered, if we're talking about this type of stuff, my grandparents had a parrot for years and years, and like when I was like old enough to even recognize that we owned a parrot, the parrot was already pretty old, and so as I grew up, I never realized that they had this parrot since he was a little bird. And like then they showed us, our grandparents would show us pictures of this parrot when he was a tiny little bird, and we just like, there's no way that's him. No, are you serious?
Do you know what kind it was?
It was just one of those regular, like the green ones. I don't know what the name of those is.
About,
Yeah, it's like,
like a normal size, like a third of a meter.
Yeah. Yes, and he would laugh exactly like my grandma.
There's one of my favorite ones is the parrot that does all the R2D2 noises.
Oh my god, yes.
It's fantastic. For those, it's super easy. You can find it on YouTube if you care enough. But man,
I can't. That's so cool that how they can do that. But the sad part of the story is like, so he was really old, and then I think but at one point my uncle had his dogs over, Dalmatians, pretty big and hyper dogs, and I don't know if they put them in the same room or if the dogs broke into the room, but where the parrot was, they knocked the cage over and they ate the parrot.
Man.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Pretty horrific.
Well, thanks for bringing us down to that.
Okay, let's talk about something more positive.
I'm going to respond to Anna Iglesias, who says owls are awesome. Owls are awesome. And while I'm listing my pets, I had a pet owl that we found when I lived in. Yeah, it was a whiskered screech owl. So he was tiny,
Oh, that's so cute.
10 or 12 centimeters tall. That's 4 or 5 inches for you Americans. Tiny little thing, even full grown. He didn't live but a year and a half maybe. And he was never really tamed, but we found him on the ground covered in ants. Looked like he'd just been kicked out of the nest. And
oh, jeez.
And Mortimer Screech.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's really cute. Yeah, I love owls as well. Never owned one. I did get to hold one of those snow owls.
Oh, see, that's really cool.
Yeah, when I went to Scotland. Yeah. Held it for a little bit.
So what took you to Scotland?
Oh, that Game of Thrones.
Right on.
So I wanted to go. Wait, why did I even think of going in the first place? I can't even remember. I know I wanted to go see all of the Game of Thrones filming locations in Ireland. And then since I was going to Ireland and my uncle lives in England, I was obviously going to go see my uncle as well. This is pretty close. And then he was doing an Ironman, I think, or no, a Spartan race, one of those. And he was going to do it in Scotland. So he was like, well, why don't you come to Scotland with me? And you get to see most of the UK in one trip. So yeah, so we just went. That's how I ended up in Scotland.
Right on.
This one trip. And then I did all the Game of Thrones stuff in Ireland later.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I need to go back. So in love with that place.
With Scotland or Ireland?
Both of them.
No, pick one.
Oh, come on. This is tough. I mean, Scotland is a little bit colder. So
and Ireland has all the cool Game of Thrones stuff in it.
Yeah.
We solved it. Ireland beats Scotland. You heard it here.
All right, fine.
Ireland is better than Scotland. Val 2019.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Yes. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know most of my conversions. I did a I did a Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion the other day live on stream.
Oh, whoa.
I know, right?
You know the whole formula. I remember there's like a 5 and a 9 and a 10.
There's a 5, a 9, and a 32, and you have to know which one goes where.
Right, the 32. Yes. Okay, I did look up one, so at least this one I can remember because it's pretty easy. It's like 10 Celsius is 50 Fahrenheit. So like whenever it's 10 degrees here.
That is correct.
Yes, it is 50 for you guys.
It is not 50 degrees here today.
Oh.
It is 99 Fahrenheit here today, which is something like 36 degrees, 35 degrees Celsius.
Oh, yeah, that's still
it's
hot.
pretty hot.
Yeah, it is getting very cold here, but it keeps going up and down. It's like one day it's 10 degrees, so which is 50. And then another day, like say it's back to 20, and it's just like, it keeps going up and down so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see. What are you, Jaded Redhead?
Jaded Redhead. Yeah. It's Jaded Redhead without the A's.
Excuse me. Yes. Actually, stuff in Scotland last year. Yes. Actually, I went to see the bridge where the Hogwarts Express goes over. That bridge where they filmed that scene with the flying car. I went to see that, and it was super cool. Yes, I did do that. That was awesome.
So Tiger Eyes BRS wanted to make sure you saw this. Thank you for this live interview with Val. You're welcome, Tiger Eyes.
Ooh, hello, Tiger Eyes.
It's great to hear Val again. Val, remember this. Turn around, look at what you see. I'm missing something there. Probably a song.
What?
And then see you
in the next one. Okay, not yet.
Not yet. I'm gonna get you to. You're closing out this stream today, though.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Tiger Eyes. Yes, and I hope you're doing all right.
I hope you're enjoying this nonsense that we're putting ourselves through right now.
Yes.
So Val, you went from making videos about the show to sleuthing.
Yeah.
And your sleuthing, I think, is the thing that really sort of like put you over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Would you is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that's where you started to get like really a lot of new subs and new eyes on your videos.
Yeah. So I went like full on sleuthing after I realized that was what people were liking the most from my channel. Right. So I was still making a few different types of videos. But yeah, sleuthing was like everything that people wanted, and so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go full out, and I'm gonna get the costume, and I'm gonna be a proper detective, and just make a whole friggin' joke out of it. And it worked out. Yeah, it worked out great. But yeah, so that first video that blew up that I was mentioning earlier, that was my first sleuthing video, and I didn't know I was doing any sleuthing at the time. I was just it was when right in between seasons 5 and 6, when we didn't know if Jon Snow would come back or not, and people were freaking out, and of course people started looking a lot more into news from the set and leaks from the set to see if we could figure out if Jon Snow, if Kit Harington was filming or not. People were watching his hair, like there was the hair watch and all that. Is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember all of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, the hype was amazing back then. And then there's this one picture get leaked, and it was a very good picture, a very clear picture of Kit Harington on set with Stark armor. Mm-hmm. And people like there were so many people like saying that this is not proof that he was back. This is gonna be a flashback. This is gonna be this. No, it's gonna be that. It's probably him just playing something else, or it's probably like I don't know. Like people were just trying to make it all of these other excuses. And I was convinced that this was proof. This is 100% proof. I need to prove it to people. I need to like let them know. And then so I put together a list of reasons why this is proof and why it's not a flashback and why it's not this and that. And that was the first sleuthing that I ever did, actually. Yeah. And then I realized I'm like, man, I can do this for like other stuff. Like, yeah, why not keep going?
and eventually got to the point of making predictions about what's coming next season and breaking down all the set photos and.
Yeah, that was fun. Like getting stuff right was really fun.
Launching almost your own little corner of the fandom there for a little while.
Yeah.
And then went so far as to write a chapter for this very excellent book called The Thrones Effect.
Yes.
Which, if you were a Patreon, you could have won. You didn't win, unless you are Sean, aka Ridiculous Ed Tollett. I sent him a copy of your book.
Nice.
It's very good.
Yay. So yeah, that was fun. Yes, I wrote the whole story of the sleuthing myself.
Right. It's an interesting chapter, and it does talk about, how you came to do what you did. So I guess no need to buy the book now.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, there are a lot of other chapters in there, so buy the book, just skip Val's chapter. You don't need to read it anymore.
Hey. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff on there for sure. Yes,
there really is.
10 chapters, I believe, each written by a different person. I think Gil helped co-write a couple others, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I've had 3 of the authors of this book on already.
Oh, nice.
And I've got a couple more, at least one more coming on this month.
Nice. Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Wait. So, like, you had, I'm assuming Aziz and Ashaya?
I've had Ashaya and I had Quinn.
Oh, yes, Quinn. Yes, that's right. No.
And then, who was it? Oh, yeah. Gray Area will be on soon. She was supposed to be on this week. She had a scheduling conflict. I did say I was going to have Gray Area on next week. At the end of last week, she had a scheduling conflict. She'll be in at the end of the month. Val was a true, of course, friend. I had you scheduled for later in the month, and you agreed to jump on this week. So thanks a lot for that, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
You saved my bacon because that has taught me don't schedule people a month in advance.
Right.
It's just going to create problems for yourself.
I'm glad I saved some bacon.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
All righty. Damn, I want bacon now. Steven, what
are you doing? No. There's the Canadian coming out.
Yeah. Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is bacon day? What are you drinking there?
That's just some Red Bull.
Oh, that stuff is so bad for you.
Yeah, I know. I don't drink all that much. This is one of the small cans, and I usually only drink like half of it.
Right. I mean, again, anything it's the people that drink 3 of those a day that have problems.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know how people do that.
I don't either. But I drink coffee.
Yeah, I drink coffee too. I got hooked. Actually, I used to be a tea person, and then I realized that the tea that I was having was hurting my stomach. I didn't know what it was, but my stomach would just hurt every single day. And then I stopped having the tea, and it stopped hurting. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's it for the tea.
Easy fix?
Yeah.
Just give up the thing you love the most in the world.
Yeah. It was just green tea. All the other teas don't do it. It's just green tea, sadly. I can't have green tea anymore. But yeah, coffee's great.
Yep. Yeah. Coffee is proof that God exists and wants us to be happy.
Yes, exactly. Oh man.
That's a butchered Benjamin Franklin quote for you historians out there. That's what he said about beer.
Right. That makes sense.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so we're about halfway through, and I'm realizing that I forgot to put something in the description of the video. It'll be there after. But I also need to shout out my patron, who is... Well, you've already got your shout out a couple of times this week, but if you join my Patreon at a certain level, you do get a shout out in the mid-roll of every episode, and that is Ridiculous Ed Tollett, aka Sean, aka he's a mod in the chat. He was in there earlier. He's probably at work today. He works on Sundays, but he tries to listen in. So there's your shout out, buddy.
Sup?
And while we're on the subject, if you could like and subscribe, it's something I always forget to say to do. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to my channel, because I do this more or less every week, stumble blindly through a conversation with somebody who's way more interesting than me. I'm just really good at asking questions.
That's a good talent to have. I'm not very good at that.
As long as you can answer questions, that's all I need you for.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kelly, I'm bathed in light. Yeah, lighting in this space is not great. Changes to come in the not too distant future, hopefully, where I can have a light in front of me, not behind me.
Yes. Why are my lights? They're supposed to be purple right now. They're not purple, but it's okay. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. So you can keep going. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Bernie. Like the video. Come on now. I already liked my own video, so like YouTube is the only place where you can do that, and it's not like you can't like your own tweet.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Isn't it?
Yes. I have been guilty of using my second Instagram account to like.
I've done that with my. I've done that with my my super secret second Twitter account.
Super secret. Yeah, I should have changed my name before I did that, right?
Hi, Stacy. We already talked about Val's accent and everything, and you got an answer on Twitter anyway to your question, but.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I screwed up.
It's okay. I wouldn't have it any other way, Val. You are, and I think that's why I wanted to be, why we became friends, because, you are just like one of those genuinely caring type of people, and you, like you say, Hufflepuff, introvert, but don't necessarily want to be. The imposter syndrome, but feel like you have something to say worth saying. You're very relatable. Mm-hmm. Very relatable.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I felt like you were a very similar type of person, so I think that's why we clicked.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate you. You see what she said there?
Steven always looks like he's in the smoking room.
I swear there's no smoke in here. I swear.
Oh my God.
I don't smoke in the house.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yep. So Val, like Con of Thrones is where we got to be like super friends. I feel like. So you've been to all three now. I've been to all three. Are you going into Orlando?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know, because I wouldn't want to go as a panelist. So I think I would want to go to just enjoy the con. Mm-hmm. And not stress out about panels and schedules and all that.
I understand that. It does make a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Like. Yeah, like I like doing the panels. It's a thing that I go to do, but I can only do so many. Yeah. Plus, if you do enough, you get a free ticket too.
Yeah, no, and that's it. It's like if I don't do it, then I have to pay for my whole ticket. So it depends. It depends,
right?
On like the financial situation and everything. But we'll see. I don't know.
I actually enjoy doing the panels. Like it's nerve-wracking for me beforehand, but I love it while I'm doing it.
Oh my God, it is so nerve-wracking for me too. I cannot. It's so much anxiety.
Yeah, that anxiety. But like, again, that's part of what I do to actively face it, Yeah,
which I think is crazy. But, like, more power to you. It's impressive.
Right on. Yeah, and I'm also going to be able to go to Ice and Fire Con next year. Maybe you should try that one. It's cheaper.
Right. I hear it's smaller as well, right?
Yeah, it's like a more intimate, like you only get the super fans there.
Yes.
And not even super fans, but like the super duper fans.
Yes. And it's mostly booked, right? Well, I mean, Ice and Fire.
It is book.
Yeah.
It is like I'm sure the people there watch the show. I watch the show. I enjoyed the show, but I'm a book first fan,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Maybe I will turn into that now that the show is over. I know there's so many books to read.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So lately I've been harping on a new show, and I don't know if you watch it or not. But I am in love with a show called The Expanse.
Ah, yes. I know about it. I haven't watched it, but I hear everyone saying good things about it. So I know I would enjoy it if I watched it. Where is it on again?
Amazon Prime.
Right. Yes, I don't have that.
Yeah. Find somebody and steal theirs. You're like a computer. Just hack their computer.
Just hack it. Okay. All right. Yes. No. Easy stuff. Man. Maybe I torrent.
Right, and zoom and enhance while you're at it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. I'll figure out a way. But wait, how many episodes is it? Like, is it
okay?
A big commitment?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Is it a big commitment to get into it?
I mean, there's 36 right now. I think the first season is 10, and then it's 13 and 13.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's the thing is, when you say is it a big commitment? I mean, it's 36 hours of television. That is a commitment. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
But man, that's like most people will tell you episode 3 or 4. Up until that point, there's a lot of world building, a lot of character introduction. Some people tell you it's a slog. I still think it's great.
Yeah.
But like that when that show hits its stride, it does not slow down, and it just keeps getting better and better and better.
All right.
So yeah,
I'm gonna have to do it, man.
If you don't, you're not my real friend. So.
Okay. All right. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Well, you have to not only watch it, you have to like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'll take that back. You don't have to like it. Okay. Although, so when I had Quinn on, I admitted that I had not watched Rick and Morty, and he's like, you have to watch Rick and Morty. So I watched the whole first season of Rick and Morty so far.
Then you didn't like it?
It made me laugh. It is not the sort of like, it is not for me.
What? I mean, I can't say anything because I've never watched it myself.
It's just, it's people, frat boys think it's way smarter than it actually is.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
I think it's not, it's clever, but so is South Park, so is Simpsons, so is Family Guy, so is Futurama. And I don't think it's any smarter or cleverer than those shows. Yeah, you heard it here, folks. Go ahead. I'm going to watch the dislikes pile up now that I...
Fighting words.
And that,
you're going to see the subscribers
drop. Yep. Unsubscribe, unfriend, block.
See, that was my worry when you were asking me to choose between cats and dogs.
Oh, yeah.
You always lose a few people when you answer that question.
Both are great. There's a reason that like cats and dogs are cats and dogs, Yeah. They're the two most pet animals in existence.
Yeah.
Just I feel like dogs have been domesticated and cats have domesticated us. We've learned how to serve them the way they want to be served.
I can agree with that. I still love cats, man. So low maintenance.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything. They just take care of themselves.
You say that. If they want to be fed at 4:00 in the morning, guess what? They're going to get you out of bed to open their food at 4:00 in the morning.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Ana Iglesias brings up the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
Oh, yes. No, I have not watched that. And you know what? I'd be embarrassed to say this, but I do have a good reason for not watching Dark Crystal, which is that I did not live here when it was a thing.
You've never seen the movie?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
And that's one of those things that didn't make it all the way down to Latin world.
Didn't make it to Venezuela.
Yeah. No. So, but yeah, and at this point, like I'm so weirded out by all of the hype on Twitter about the Dark Crystal because, like, you look at the pictures and without any context, you're like, oh, this looks like shit. Like, why do people like this? I'm sorry, Steve.
I have a bit of a cough, a little bit of a sore throat, and that just set it off. I'm sorry. That's hilarious. It's funny you say that. I brought it up because that's what the chat's talking about. Now, I watched the Dark Crystal movie when I was a kid, and then I started watching Age of Resistance, and here comes my unsubscribe, or another wave of it. I watched 10 minutes, and I went, I hate this, and turned it off. A lot, and the thing is, I know a lot of people really like it. I know Bernie likes it. I know John Webster likes it a lot, and like that's great, guys. But like, I literally got 10 minutes in and went, nope.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I don't feel so. Well, I mean, I'm not calling the story crap. I'm just like this is just
right. And for those of you that love it, man, good for you. I wanted to like it, you know. And you should love what you love. There's stuff that I like that not everybody else likes, and that's fine. You know, but I just
yeah. I don't know, but it makes me curious, you know, like why are people so into it? So it does make me want to watch it just because of that. Just, I guess, FOMO.
Right. Well, and I've been trying to expand out a little bit more and watch some more new, different stuff lately. Oh, like, there's so much great storytelling out there.
Oh, yeah.
What was the last show you watched that was not Game of Thrones that you were just like, oh, I love this?
Dark.
Okay, somebody was talking about that earlier. The chat. I can't remember who it was.
I freaked out.
It was Anna Iglesias said she just had finished Dark and had lots of questions. So I haven't seen it yet.
Yes. It's funny that Dark Crystal has Dark in it, but it's kind of close. But anyway, no, Dark. Oh my god, I cannot say enough good things about Dark. You know, just I'm one of those raving fans, but there's so few people watching it that you just can't talk about it with people. It's kind of annoying. So you try to convince as many people as you can to watch it.
What service is that on?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, it's in German. So you can either watch it dubbed or subtitled. Nice. Yes.
Or in German, if that's your way.
Or in German, yeah. Totally. I learned that actually watching it subtitled. I learned that Kinder was children.
Yeah.
Yeah, in German, and I was like, oh, that's where kindergarten comes from.
Yeah, it's like the child garden, literally. Yeah,
it is. It's a child garden. Yeah. But yeah, so it's and you know, just to say something about it without spoiling it, it's about time travel. And it's just very mind fuck time travel.
You heard it. You heard, Mom. My mom loves time travel stories. Dark. There you go.
Yes. And it all happens in one town. So that's what makes it so good. It's just like everything is connected in this town because of the time travel, and it's just it really blows your mind. Like when you're watching it, it's like, oh,
cool. I'll give it a shot, maybe.
Yeah,
it's on the list. I've already committed to watching Adventure Time next.
Oh my god, Adventure Time! I used to watch that. Yeah, that was good stuff as well. Kind of like Rick and Morty, I guess, in cartoon style, but for some reason, adults still enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I've got a list. I've got 100 things on there, but you know, I try to, like, I gave up on Rick and Morty, so I'm like, oh, what's the next animated thing?
Yes, makes sense. Another thing, dude.
Oh, that's really funny. Hold on, sorry.
What?
I guess that's PJ, right?
Yeah.
No matter how kind American children are, German children are kinder. That's good stuff, man. I like it.
Nice, PJ.
Okay, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, well, I mean, like, if we're gonna talk about other, like, nerdy, geeky
whatever series, you like.
There's two that I would love to talk about, other than, well, not dark. I wouldn't call that geeky, but The Witcher.
Okay.
And Kingkiller Chronicle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So both of them are gonna get a series.
Right.
So we already know about The Witcher one a lot, and Kingkiller Chronicle was gonna get. I think they were making like a movie, a series, a video game. One of them got canceled. I can't remember which one, if it was the movie or the series. But I think someone else will pick it up and do it. But yeah, that's another one that it's a trilogy, and the third book hasn't come out in the past 6 years or something. So we're the same as the Song of Ice and Fire. We're waiting and waiting and waiting on this damn third book.
From Kingkiller?
Yeah.
Kingkiller Chronicle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one? That's Patrick Rothfuss, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 He writes beautifully. So it's not just.
He's a good writer.
Yeah.
He is.
Yes.
I'm sorry. His main character, whose name I can't even think of, he was just such an insufferable jerk.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to read about an asshole. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
But... I guess I do, because I want George to write it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me a Victorian chapter.
Yeah. But he's cool. He's so cool. But yeah, so then his name is hard to pronounce, man. It's Quoth?
Kavoth? I always called him Kavoth.
Yeah, no, it's like Quoth. It's like, oh my God, it's so Quoth. Anyway, somewhere around there. Yes, there are interviews where the author actually
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, more than just the story, it's just the way he writes. It's just, yeah.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, love what you love. I did not particularly love the Kingkiller Chronicles.
Oh wait, you did read it though.
I read maybe half the first book.
Oh, okay.
I know. But again, I don't read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I would rather watch a visual adaptation. It's just always the way I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Literally every movie I've seen where I read the book is better. So
yeah.
From a purely plot driven standpoint, but I just love the audio visual medium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just do.
Well, The Witcher also.
Yeah.
All the books are done, so that's a plus. And the Netflix series is coming probably at the end of this year. We're all waiting for that. And but the thing is, so apparently the books are not all that great. I mean, they're good, but I hear that they're not super amazing. But the lore behind the story is, I think, one of the things that draws a lot of people in, because it just feels like a very real world.
World building is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what made A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones so compelling, is that it was lived in, and it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It you could see reflections of us, but you could see, the way you would say 7 blessings.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something you would say in our world, but in their world, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
From their world building standpoint.
Yeah, it's super cool. And actually, that's one of the things that I wanted to make videos about. So whenever I do start making videos again, because I will make videos again, everybody.
We believe you.
I wanted to talk about that, the world building aspects of stories, which I think is so cool, and we don't talk about it enough, I don't think.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of a good world building. Again, The Expanse does a really good job of that too. Mm-hmm. Which is going to my world building always happens during D&D.
Yeah.
You play D&D too, don't you?
Yes, I've been playing a lot of that lately.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, this is one of the few Sundays where I'm not playing D&D.
Well, I'm glad I got you.
Yeah, no, this worked out perfectly.
So
you're playing online, right?
Yeah, I do play through the over Hangouts, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. And what do you use to play with? Like, is the
honor system.
The honor system?
Yeah. Okay. So like my style is very like we call it theater. It's called theater of the mind. Like,
yeah,
I don't have a table or miniatures or maps.
Mm.
I am the dungeon master. Everything is vocal.
Yeah.
It's just me describing. Occasionally, I'll have something printed out with a map or like written text of something if the characters get a note. But no, most of the time, it's just a bunch of talking.
Right. Well, but do you roll dice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean.
And then we're all grown-ups, and yeah, they just roll their dice and tell me what they get, and I believe them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Okay, of course.
So the honor system,
Yeah, I get. Okay, all right. Because I know there is one online app that you can use to play with. I've seen some people use that.
Yeah, there's like Roll20 and there's other virtual tabletops.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I've been. Well, I was a DM for our first campaign. I guess I was the only one with a little bit of experience, which meant that I had played 2 sessions.
Oh wow!
With another group, and that went nowhere. But that was, that made me the most experienced person with Dungeons and Dragons in our group. So I DM'd the first one, and I enjoyed it, but like I really wanted to be a player that whole time that I was DMing. And so I was really excited to finish that first campaign, which actually took us like 2 years to finish, almost 2 years, a year and a half or something like that. It took us forever. It was supposed to be one of the easy ones. It just took us so long to learn how to actually play. And we ended up making our own rules and then realized that they were completely off. And, we still enjoyed it, which is
again, like anybody who's new to the game, I tell them rule number 1: if you're having fun, you're doing it right.
Yeah, exactly. And then now, recently, we have started a new campaign. We finally finished that first one, and I created my own character. And so my friend wanted to DM, so I let him, obviously, and he's having a blast with it. He's so into it. It's crazy.
Oh, that's good. It's always nice when somebody's really takes a hold of it.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, I'm very experienced dungeon master too. So like, I almost never get to play. Like, I literally started the game I'm in now, where I'm the dungeon master. I told my guys, like, look, I'm going to take you through to the end of this story that I've crafted. Take a year, maybe a little bit more, but after that, one of you is the dungeon master, and I'm going to play my character.
Yeah. Oh my god, playing is so good. Yeah, I know. But if you enjoy the DMing thing, that's it's pretty good as well. I mean, do you do the voices?
Sometimes, yeah. I do voices and accents, and like I also do a lot of like environmental descriptions. So like I want people to feel cold if it's cold outside, or get a feeling of wet. I've made people cry at my table before because Oh yeah.
What? Yo, that's crazy.
I mean, if you're emotionally invested, which, you play characters for a long time and they have things that they want, and then you kill their girlfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And well, it can be, the way people cried when Jon Snow got stabbed to death.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Our DM actually wants us to have a moment like that, and I have had already not a super emotional moment, but I did actually get upset when one character that my character really cared about, he wanted to protect her. So my character is a male character, and he really wanted to protect this lady because he is he grew up poor, and so this lady was basically homeless with a child and everything. So he really cared for her because he was able to connect and relate. And then she helped us out to find out how to get to this one dude that we needed to talk to, who was very well guarded and protected, with a whole bunch of guards and stuff. And so we managed to get to him with her information. And then when we talked to him, the rogue dude in our group, just who doesn't give the F about anybody, just told him straight up who gave us the information. And then after we left, we came back to the plaza, and her head and her child's head were on spikes.
Yeah, that sounds like my DMing style.
Yeah.
In the first adventure that I played with my crew, sent them out. They were hired to go, there's bandits on the road, go clean them up. Mm-hmm. And they find the bandits, and they figure out that these guys are only bandits because they don't even know how to find their way home, and they're starving, and they're literally just trying to survive. So they put them in chains and bring them back, go off to meet their contact, and in the way from their contact back to the inn where they're staying, there's 7 fresh men hanging from the gallows. Yeah, I do that kind of thing too.
Yikes.
Yeah, but like, think about what think about what your characters know. Think about the consequences of your actions. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, and I also think D&D is a great place to explore ideas like morality and the repercussions of actions.
Definitely.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you were running DM, how many characters did you kill?
Well, I was running a pre-written campaign, so it wasn't mine. So I just went along with whatever it told me. There were no characters that died, really. It was just a big twist of who the bad guy really was. But yeah, there were I don't remember any big deaths like that.
Oh, that's too bad. It's always fun to... I mean, I don't try to kill the characters, but I don't try to save them either.
Yeah. Well, what about your players, though? You do try to keep your players alive, right?
No, they're player characters? No, absolutely not. I don't try to kill them, but I'm not trying to, like, our current group, one of the players died. Or not players, one of the characters died.
Okay, yes.
If my player died, I would be much sadder.
Oh my god. Yes.
But no, the cleric died fighting a demon.
Wow.
And that player plays a bard now.
Yeah. Yes, you got to start over. But it's fun. I mean, like I heard one thing, because it's very difficult with your first character to just play it as someone else. Like usually you will tend to just make your character sound and act the same way you are yourself. But then I was watching this video that was explaining that this is a normal thing that players go through, and it's after you've played that character, that's when it's easier to play a different character, because you're so tired of playing yourself.
Right.
That you just want to try something different, and that's when it just becomes easier to go with maybe like an evil person, or or someone more. What's the word?
That when I was in high school, we had a guy who he would only play like the lawful good paladin of the Christian God, basically. Mm-hmm. Every character he made was the same lawful good paladin of the Christian God, and we eventually talked him into playing an evil character, and he was off to the races after that.
Nice.
Off to the races. Yes, yeah. Anna, I'm sure I'm not Slytherin just because I cause horrific deaths to happen.
Yeah.
In my game world. I do like, but so does George R.R. Martin. So does Joss Whedon. They. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have a few things when it comes to running my my D&D games, and like, I don't like to kill the characters. I mean, if they die, they die, but I don't particularly like killing them, because dead men feel no pain, right? And sometimes I want to make you love a thing just so I can take it away from you to see how that character reacts. Oh,
jeez. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, the party I'm with now, they hired a couple of like sellsword fighters early on to be their guards, and they became like friends, and there was maybe even a little bit of a romantic entanglement between a couple of them, and then they got into a fight that was over their heads, and those characters died. Yeah, sorry.
Oh damn.
And then and you haven't lived as a dungeon master until your player characters go to the parents of the NPCs that they got killed to have to explain to the parents what happened. That was fun.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. So, so is there a lot of role playing, like proper role playing?
Oh yeah,
Your group?
yeah. I'm the three pillars of role playing games are like that's the social interaction role playing thing,
Yeah.
fighting, and then exploring interesting places.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I tend to lean on the role play a little bit more than the rest.
Yeah, I do enjoy that a lot. I mean, it does take it takes a bit of like alcohol to loosen up most of the time,
Okay.
but yeah, yeah, we're getting better at it. We're getting better at it. The one of our like players, like he's he cannot role play like no.
Okay.
So he just sounds like himself, and it's like the most hilarious thing is to picture this wizard sounding like him, and it's just you're supposed to be like I don't know someone you respect and you look up to, and he just sounds like a fucking like our friend. So it's just weird, but I like to picture it because it makes it a lot funnier in my head.
Right on.
But yeah.
So how long have you? So you started dungeon mastering? How long ago? Was that just like 2 years? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's kind of 2 years ago.
So you're pretty new to that hobby then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I played once, like
2 sessions. You said.
Well, no, that was another one. I played once before that, but it was one session, and I was bored as hell because I had no idea what was going on, and I wasn't really part of it, I guess. And it was like it was taking forever for my turn. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it that first time, but that was like years and years ago. I wasn't even living here. I was in Ottawa back then, and then there was that one, and then it was at the office where I used to work that we played like twice, and then we just gave up on it.
Okay, well, it's pretty brave to jump in though as the dungeon master that early on.
Yeah, yeah, that was hard. But I mean, with a pre-written campaign, it's
true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but it was a lot of like the characters would ask me something, and then I would like, okay, hold on, let me read what this character is supposed to do. Like, I have no idea. I guess I could have just made it up, but
you can just make it up.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I just can't improvise like that, man.
Well, I also find that so people ask me, how do you do the DM thing that you do? Because people tend to like my dungeon mastering style, and I'm like, okay. I've watched a lot of Star Wars, a lot of Star Trek, a lot of stuff. I know I've had a lot of stories come through my life, and I just like, it'd be cool here. This thing from that story with a like George says, you scratch out the serial numbers, you change it from blue to red, and then bam, you've got your thing.
Yeah.
And at some point, it just becomes, pick a thing.
Yeah. 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 Whatever works. Yeah.
Okay, so Witcher show, is that the one you're like chomping at the bit for? I know you've been playing a lot of Witcher on your Twitch.
Yes, a lot of Witcher. Trying to go through all the games right now. Just mainly to be able to call myself a proper Witcher fan.
Mm-hmm.
And also to learn more about the story and everything, because I only played the Witcher 3 first. Like, that was my first experience with The Witcher. And like many other people, like, you just fell in love with it playing that game. And so now I've bought all the books, and I'm playing all the games, and I'm planning to read all the books. But so far I've just been trying to teach myself the whole lore, the backstory. Not so much like the novels, although I did start the novels. Actually, I have the book right here. This is the first book of the novels, Blood of Elves, and you see my bookmark. I have not gotten very far so far. It's right
not there. Yet, anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm really excited to like really get into it and just become very knowledgeable and like be able to answer people's questions like no problem, like we did with Game of Thrones.
Right. Like how? Yeah. Most of us in here, you start doing Game of Thrones trivia, and we'll do pretty well. We'll do pretty well.
The trivia, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want to do trivia next year. My God, 2 years in a row. I've spent. For those of you that don't know, Val has been part of the trivia challenge at the Con of Thrones that was this year and last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I got roped in basically to grading papers while they ask trivia questions. And I don't want to do that again, man.
Yeah, I screwed
That is a
someone.
high pressure situation to be in.
Like remember I just I was making like some weird grading mistake there before you pointed me in the right direction. You remember
I don't necessarily remember. That whole 3 hours is a blur.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
That whole 3 hours is a blur.
Yeah. No, but that was we definitely did not because the thing is, we were only supposed to have like 10 teams or something like that playing, and then all of a sudden the room was packed with teams that we didn't expect to come like out of nowhere. There were like 20 teams, and we're like, oh my god, what are we
Oh, there were more than 20. There had to be like 40.
Yeah, there were a lot.
There were a lot.
Yeah, I don't even know how we picked a winner, but
I do know. We got halfway through grading the papers, and then I'm like, we're only going to grade the people who are over a certain level at this point.
Yeah.
We didn't finish checking all the answers for every team. We cut off at least half of the teams at the halfway mark, just because like there's no way they're going to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have enough points at that point anyway.
So. And even then, it took forever.
Yeah.
And I've got to highlight this comment just because it's the best name on YouTube. Fred Targaryen's Uncle Daddy. Hey, how you doing there, Fred? I believe I met Fred Targaryen's Uncle Daddy at Con of Thrones this year.
I'm sorry we didn't have enough clippers. Oh, Jesus. Yes, I love that cat.
Yep. Oh, that is cool. I didn't notice that. Got the Gene Simmons cat.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
What is this anyway? I've never used this thing before. Like,
do what?
What we're using to stream this.
Oh, StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because Hangouts doesn't work with YouTube anymore.
What?
Yeah. Like literally, there was a time where it's like you went into the YouTube beta studio, whatever, and you could set up a live stream from there. And then when you were ready to go live, you'd be like, start Hangouts. Yeah. Well, I went to do that, I don't know, a couple of weeks after the con, and that button was just gone. And then everybody on YouTube had to be like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do now? So everybody had to figure out, and it seems like this application, StreamYard, and OBS are the two that most people are using.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I like it. I like that I can like highlight people's comments.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it too. Are you just grabbing them from the chat itself?
Yeah, all you have to like just click it over there in the chat.
Ah.
No, I'm the only one that can do it, but
yeah.
But like it's literally just click Anna's.
Oh man, I should actually wait. I should switch accounts.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go. I think. Well, let me refresh the chat. Oh,
I just noticed sitting on the shelf behind you. Is this book?
Yes.
I just noticed.
Whoa, I'm flipped. It's right there. Yes.
Yep.
Whee! Yes. And actually, if Tarzan were to show up, he would recognize this book right here because he got it for me.
Oh, cool.
And then the maybe famous, not so famous Game of Thrones filming sign that I got.
Oh, while you were in Ireland?
Well, no. So that was from. It did come from Ireland, from
right?
A legitimate filming location. But I got it from my friend Erin, who was an extra on Game of Thrones, and she found two of them laying on the ground. And she just took him home. And then, like, when she came to Canada to visit, and she's actually living here now. She brought me one and, like, wrapped it like a present. And that was, like, the most awesome present I've ever gotten.
That is really cool.
Dude,
High five to Erin.
Yeah.
I don't know you, but you deserve a high five.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah. And I got Chris has been jealous of my sign forever. He's wanted one too. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
You mentioned Tarzan and Chris both. You used to do a podcast with those guys.
Yeah.
That I was a fan of that too.
Yes.
But but schedules and times, like Chris still puts stuff out on his channel and stuff, and he does live. And I watch the stuff he puts on his channel, but I never get to make his live streams because he doesn't start till like an hour after I'm already asleep.
Yeah, no, that's one big problem with like a lot of his audience. Is like he's just always starts so late.
Yeah.
So late. But yeah.
I get up at 4:30 in the morning most days for work, so
yeah, no.
And he starts at 9:30 at night my time, so
yeah.
Sorry, already asleep, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool. But yeah, no, he's still trying to figure out what to do there.
I noticed he's been putting out a lot of different type of stuff lately. A lot of the people that sort of grew their channels on Game of Thrones are doing that now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and he's got his own podcast as well, but with James. But yeah, that's kind of like the replacement for the side effect on his end. Yes, and I'm planning on being a guest on that for one episode at least.
Right on.
At some point soon. Yeah, but that's another thing. Is like he records on Tuesday nights when I also stream, so I have to cancel a stream to be able to record with him.
Yeah, that's why I picked Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Like the time slot I have, nobody else is streaming. You know, most people are home on a Sunday night because they got to work on Monday morning. So I would like to start earlier, but Aziz and Ashaya start at 2 p.m. and sometimes go almost 3 hours. And I'm going to try to stream against Aziz.
Yeah, right. Not good, man.
Yeah, well,
that's the hardest thing because there's so many of us in the community. And we all want to stream, and there's not enough days in the week.
Well, at some point, you just you have to be okay with overlap.
Yeah.
But I think streaming against Aziz is a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just like,
right. And I mean, you want to watch him too, right?
Right. I would rather watch him. I watched earlier today. I didn't get to watch all of it. I never get to watch all of it because I have to do stuff to get ready for my own stream. But I was watching earlier today. He's doing the reread.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
Like the whole series again?
Oh yeah, we're like the first few chapters of book 2 right now.
Oh wow. Damn.
6 chapters a week. So I mean there's a lot to take in, but yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot. Holy crap. Man.
Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate that. That gets you highlighted.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God. Do you know what we haven't talked about is my story about meeting Nikolai.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I got to hear it.
Yes. So I wanted to do something a bit different for him because obviously, I mean, I don't want to just give him a Game of Thrones item to sign. I want to be a bit memorable, if I can in some way. Probably won't be all that memorable, but anyway, I tried. So what I did was I got a picture of him printed out from one movie, the first movie that I saw him in.
Okay.
And the thing about this movie is that it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's called Wimbledon.
Okay.
And this movie, he was in there, like Paul Bettany and Kirsten Dunst were the actual main protagonists. But he was a secondary character. Nikolai was a secondary character. But that was the first movie I saw him in, and he made an impression. You know, he was hot.
Right. Well, he's a good actor and he's a handsome man. So
yeah. But yeah, so no, I remembered him from that, and then I figured, hey, why don't I just give him a picture of him in that movie? I'm sure no one else is gonna give him a picture of him in that movie. It's probably unlikely. And so that's what I did, and I had to, I had my autograph thing scheduled, and we're in line to get to him, and he's just such a nice and kind person. He likes to really connect with whoever he's talking to, and so he spent a bit of extra time on every person. So, we couldn't get to the signing thing. Like they had to close the line because he had to go do other things that he had scheduled before he could get to us. So we're like, okay, well, you guys need to come back for the next autograph session. And then like I was like, well, the next one I have a panel. And then for the other one, I can't remember what happened, but there was no way for me to come to another autograph session. Like my schedule conflicted.
Right.
And hey, Kraken Tacos, thank you so much. It's awesome. It's awesome. And hello, welcome.
His name is Greg this week.
Okay. This week.
Yeah, he gets a different name every week.
Okay. Well,
he has a real name, but I never call him by his real name.
Okay. All right. So then we talked to this woman, and she's like the one who's taking care of this stuff, and she's like, okay, well, let's do this. He's gonna have a photograph session at this time. Why don't you come right before the photograph session starts, and we'll get him to go meet you backstage behind the curtains, and he'll sign whatever for you. And there was like a couple other girls that had the same issue as me, so it wasn't just me. So I'm like, okay, cool, that works perfectly. And so we do this, and then we get to it, and we're waiting for him. And actually, Braun, Jerome Flynn, was there with him, and he was also getting photographs, doing another photograph session with fans. And so he walked like inches away from me, and I was so close to asking him a question because there was a question I wanted to ask him when he was on the main stage, and I lined up to ask a question, but like people were taking too long with their questions. I couldn't get to I couldn't get to the mic. But anyway, so I was thinking, oh man, I should ask him the question right now, and then I just chickened out. But yeah, he walked right past me. That was pretty cool as well. And like then he walked back, and then I could see Nikolai in the back. I'm like, oh my god, there he is! Oh my god! I'm freaking out. And then of course the other girls are in front of me, so I was the last one that he talked to. They gave him like Game of Thrones stuff, like a sword and other things, and then I'm just there with hiding because I had like a laptop so he could have a flat surface to sign on.
Right.
And then I was hiding the picture under the laptop because I had this plan that I was gonna tell him the story before I reveal the picture. And so I get, yes, this is my time. The girls are done. He's like coming over, and oh my god, there's a video of this actually. And so yes, here I go. I've been practicing these lines in my head for like days now. And I finally tell him, and like, hey, Nick, I love your work on Game of Thrones. You were awesome, especially with Gwendolyn. That was amazing. But like the first movie I saw you in was one of my favorite movies of all time. And it was Wimbledon. And then like I show him the picture, and then he was like, oh my god, no way, it was Wimbledon. And like, yeah, I remember that. And so yeah, so I told him, it was awesome with Paul Bettany or whatever. You guys had great chemistry. And then he was like, yeah, it's really a lot of fun to film with him. And yeah, so he signed the picture, and then he was like, do you know the Wimbledon final is tomorrow? And I actually completely forgot. But I freaked out, and I like lied, and I said, yeah, I do know. So I'm like, this is so stupid. This is your favorite movie, and you don't know that the fucking final is tomorrow. So, like, anyways, I was like, yeah, no, I totally know about that.
Of course. Yeah.
And then I tell him, like, I hope Federer wins, because that was really what I wanted, because I knew who were going to the final. Like, it was Federer and Djokovic, the two best players, literally top number one and number two best players in the world. Game was freaking amazing. But anyway, so I told him, yes, I hope Federer wins, and then he's like, no, I can't remember what he said after that, but at one point I said, I don't like Djokovic. I don't like Djokovic. And of course, he's not gonna agree with that because he's so freaking nice. He can't say anything bad about anybody. So he just like he tried to like diffuse the tension.
Right.
It doesn't matter who wins. Like, it's still gonna be a good game, right? I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, totally, of course. And at this point, I'm like, I screwed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't seem to enjoy the fact that I said that I didn't like Djokovic. But I couldn't explain myself because I was too nervous to. I didn't think fast enough. I could have totally saved that, but I didn't. And my reasoning is I think Djokovic is an amazing player. I have nothing against Djokovic. It's just I am biased towards Federer. And so, I've been wanting Federer to win a Wimbledon for ages because he's getting old and he's got to retire and he deserves one last win. And this fucking Djokovic keeps taking it away from him. And I get so pissed off every single time that they go against each other in a final and Djokovic wins every time. And it's just...
Okay, so Nikolai, I know you're watching. Val apologizes, and there you have your full explanation.
I am sorry.
Now, I did not get to meet him at the con, but everybody that met him said the same thing about just what a super warm and inviting and genuine person, present in the moment, paying attention.
Yeah.
It makes me wish I had met him.
Yeah, and he seemed very shy as well. Not very extroverted.
Man, that's crazy. If I looked like that, I'd rule the world.
I know. My God.
I just walk in and smile, and people would do whatever I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he stays that humble, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sometimes it gets a bit too much. I feel like it's okay. Calm down, Nick. Jesus.
Right. You're too nice.
You're too nice. Yeah.
Every girl wants a little bad boy sometimes.
Right.
Of course, that Jamie Lannister, he's a bad boy sometimes.
He does know how to play a bad boy.
He does.
He could role play in the bedroom, I'm sure. Imagine, I've never thought about that, dating an actor.
That could be weird, huh?
That could be weird. Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's Danish. Yes, PJ. But what was I gonna say? That I met him again the next day. So the story's a bit longer than that. I'll try to keep it quick. But so the next day the game starts. It started at 8 a.m. right? So I wake up really early. I have a panel at 1, I think. And so around 12:30, I had to leave, to make it to my panel. And I stayed as late as possible. Usually I would have come earlier and I knew Nikolai had a panel on the main stage as well that I wanted to go watch. But I was just oh my God, this game is just, it's still going. It was it started at 8 and then by 12, they were still going. And there was no clear winner in sight. And Federer got so close. He got 1 point away. I'm sorry, I'm getting too much into the details here, but he got 1 point away and I was just freaking out. So we had to leave and I go in the car and we were watching the game in the car on our phone because, I just need to. And then I get to the place, to the con place, and I get to the main stage and then I realize, wait, hold on a second. I'm going on the main stage right after Nikolai. Do you get what this means? I'm going to go backstage where people who are going on the main stage wait, and he's gonna walk through the same room after he gets off the main stage. This means that I get a second chance to talk to Nikolai and be super close to him. And so, yeah, this is okay. So while I was backstage, I was freaking out about 3 different things. Okay, I was freaking out about Federer not winning this damn game. I was freaking out about having a panel on the main stage, which is more nerve-wracking than having a panel in a regular room. And I was freaking out about Nikolai. He was about to walk through that door. And so, I don't know how I kept it together. But eventually he does walk through and we call out to him. And I don't know why everyone gives me crap for calling him Nick. I felt so weird, calling him Nikolai. Hey, Nikolai, come here. I just called him Nick. Hey, Nick. We're watching the Wimbledon game. And he was excited about it. He asked us oh my God, is Federer winning? And I was no. But yeah, so he just did oh, damn. And then he just kept going. But yeah, no, that was cool. I got to talk to him again. Yeah. But no. And then after I got off the main stage, I got to talk to the Wolf and the Crows again, because they were going on stage after me. And I think I was there with the Gray Area as well. And Dave from Winter is Coming, and Oz from Watchers on the Wall. Yes. So yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time backstage. There's a picture of me backstage with the Wolf and the Crows on Instagram as well.
Right on. I went to a party Sunday night into Monday morning, and Wolf and the Crows were there, and that party got that.
Dude, you helped me. You helped me meet him that first night. Remember?
Yeah, because you were shy.
I was very shy, and you were like, "No, just go for it." I'm like, "No, dude, no." And you did the same, like, he's my friend. She's my friend. You know, she's been too shy to talk to you. I'm like, "God damn it, Steven!" I'm like, kick your ass.
Yep. Hey, you all know who I am right now. Yes, that is what I do.
Oh God. But yeah, yes. No, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, they were good guys. You know, I enjoyed meeting them, talking to them.
Yeah. Especially Andrew. He's very funny dude.
Yep. Okay, so guys, we got maybe a little more than 10 minutes left. So if you've got any last minute questions for Val, go ahead and throw them on into the chat. So Mom asks, which actor would you date?
Which actor? Oh. Oh my God. I have to like really know their personalities.
Good answer.
I don't know, man. Yeah. But
just based purely on appearance. Imagine that they have the perfect personality otherwise.
All right. Well, Nikolai would definitely be one good choice.
Yeah.
I think. Wait, no, I had another one, didn't I? No, I put like as opposed to a lot of people, I don't find Kit Harington attractive. I mean, I can see he's attractive, but he's just definitely not my type.
Right.
Too
much hair.
Yeah. Wasn't there one?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna pick Nikolai. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a funny way of saying Natalie Dormer, but whatever.
Right. Oh my God, I didn't think of her.
The question wasn't for me anyway. The question is Val who.
Oh yes. Oh my God, Rob Stark.
Yeah, Sarah comes with Richard
Madden. Hello,
Madden. Sarah. There you go. But there you go.
Yes, good choice. Very good choice.
Yeah, very good choice. But yeah, I forget about some of the older ones that were on the show sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Because it seems like season 3 or whatever seems so long ago now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see you, Kelly. She likes a little Ramsey action there.
Yeah. I wasn't too big on Ramsey, but I can see it. And no, Jorah.
I'm a little surprised you didn't say Littlefinger.
Littlefinger, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, actually, yes. You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. That's my choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never understood your obsession with him, but that's okay. My favorite character killed your favorite character. Ordered the execution of your favorite character.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that means I win.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine.
And Carla Way. Hi Carla. Nice to have you aboard Jason Momoa every day. You are not wrong. I am a straight man, but Jason Momoa is yeah. Jason Momoa, and yes, I would cuddle him all night long.
Cuddle him.
Well, he can cuddle me, whichever. I'll be the little spoon.
Oh my God. Yes.
So, do we have any other serious questions for Val, or are we just going to riff on who we think is hot in Game of Thrones? Which, let's be honest, is most of them. Wait
a minute. Aidan Gillen did the audiobook of Art of War on Audible? What?
No, nice.
Yo, I have heard the audiobook for that. Wait, I don't know. Did I hear the right one? I think I heard it on YouTube and not on Audible, but I don't know if I heard the one by him. Because I feel like I would have recognized his voice.
Yeah, that is Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Is that what you're talking about, Kelly?
Oh, that one. Yes. Okay.
That would kind of blow my mind.
Yes. Wait, no, I am thinking of War of Art. That's why it was a different.
There you go.
Yes.
There,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I still need to read Art of War. I will listen to it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the tip.
Right on. Does he? Is it in the original Chinese? I can't even ask that. I can't even ask that without laughing.
Yeah, imagine.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
There we go. Thank you, Anna.
Stephen Chisholm.
Yeah. I'll take it.
All right. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I ship it too.
Oh, dude. Okay.
So what's next for you then, Val? What do you got coming up?
Yeah. So I am in the middle of a job hunt. So trying to find something right now. And because I kind of want YouTube to be a hobby again and not just my job. But I am streaming a lot, so that's not lost its fun.
Right on.
Yeah, it's
you're gonna play video games anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It really does force me to play video games, which is a really good thing. But yeah, so I stream on Twitch on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and on Wednesdays, basically all day. You'd probably find me playing because I play 3 hours from 3 to 6, and then take 2-hour breaks, and then play for another 3 hours. So all day Wednesdays, and then nights on Tuesdays, and some Fridays. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not conflicting with anyone else's stream. But if you guys wanted to come for a drinking stream, we'll have a drinking stream on Friday the 11th on Twitch. Valkyrie is my Twitch handle.
Yeah, the link is in the description of this video to your YouTube and your Twitch and your Twitter.
Right, yeah, you can find it there.
So you can find her Twitch channel, and it is Valkyrie, which is so it's like a delicious little play on your actual.
Really? Oh, I never heard that before. That's good.
What?
That it was that, like, I don't know.
Well, what's your name? I mean, I don't want to dox you, but if you're comfortable.
No, yes. So actually, I was just talking about this on another stream last night. The reason Valkyrie is actually my name. It's Val from obviously Val, and by the way, my full name, my whole name, not my whole name, my whole first name is Valentina. Okay, I know a lot of people assume that it's Valerie. It is not Valerie. It is Valentina. But again, if you call me Valerie by accident, whatever, it's fine. Don't worry. And the first, so not to reveal my entire last name, although I probably have already somewhere, but the first 3 letters of my last name, no, the first 4 letters of my last name are Cari. Cari. So
it's Valkyrie.
Yeah, putting
Valentina Car something. Yes. Becomes Valkyrie, and I love it. It's your parents did a good job. I don't even know if they know what they did there, but
thanks. Yeah. That was my grandma. Not my grandma, my great grandma, who always wanted to have a girl, and she only had boys. And she wanted to have a girl so she could name her Valentina. So she only had boys, and so when my mom had me, she suggested Valentina, and then they liked it. That's what happened. Not a really amazing story or anything, but.
Still, it makes a cool name for you, and you're a legit Valkyrie.
Yeah, this is really cool. Really.
So you get to you are a chooser of the slain.
Yeah, pretty badass.
Pick somebody else. Don't pick me.
Okay.
What kind of music is your favorite? Mom asks.
Oh, what kind of music? Wow, that's a really difficult question.
That is.
Yeah.
No, pick an absolute favorite song. Go.
Absolute favorite song.
Yeah, there's only one. You only get to listen to one song for the rest of your life. What is it?
There is one. But
is there really?
But it's not representative of the wide range of music that I like. But if there was one song, if I could only listen to one song, it would be "Craving" by Tattoo. I don't know what it is about that song.
The Russian duo.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know their music that well. I just know of them.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is about that song. I love the lyrics. I love the flow of it, the beat. It's just great.
So that's kind of pretty poppy then.
It's not actually no. It's
no?
very slow. Yeah. It's kind of slow, but
because every tattoo thing I've ever heard is pretty poppy.
It's hard to explain actually. You'd have to listen to understand what kind of music it is. But yeah, other than that, I like to listen to different languages in my music. Like I don't know, like putting German music, like
K-pop,
yeah. Even Bollywood music sometimes.
I was listening to a Turkish pop song the other day, and I'm like, that's actually not that bad.
Good stuff, yeah. I mean, Italian, Portuguese. I mean, obviously, Spanish. I listen to a lot of Spanish music.
Sure.
So yes, languages. I like languages in my music too.
Makes sense to me. Would you say then, like, you like poppy music more?
I do enjoy poppy music a lot.
Okay.
Yes. Something that gets me dancing.
Okay, I'm going to try to get you turned on to some good heavy metal stuff.
Okay, that is the one type of music that I do not enjoy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to change your mind about that. I will send you some good heavy metal.
Okay.
That's not just screaming and not just like blazing guitars, because that gets old really fast, actually.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. If you have something that's not just that, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Yes. For you, Steven.
Oh, thanks, man. Mom, Bohemian Rhapsody. I know. Best song ever, Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, by the best band of all time, Queen. Yes.
So well, I still need to watch that movie, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet either. Like, I'm almost afraid. You know.
Oh.
I'm almost afraid to watch it, but
I keep hearing it's good. I mean, really safe bet.
Yeah. Who? Anna Iglesias. Oh, you deleted it. I saw you said Dream Theater. Yeah, Dream Theater is not bad at all. For Dream Theater, Nightwish, both of those bands are great. If you're not into metal, that's like the gateway drug.
Okay.
It's good stuff, though. Well, I don't see anything else. We've hit about the 2-hour mark. So everybody, if you're available on the 11th, go get drunk with Val. I'll probably be asleep by the time that happens. What time was that?
Well, I plan on starting at 8 Eastern, which is 7 your time.
Yeah, 7 my time. I'll probably catch the first part of it.
Yeah. But we don't start drinking until like 9. So maybe like 8 your time. Yeah. You might catch a bit of it if you want.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
I've got to be up early to help somebody move the next day, but
Yeah.
I try to buy for my friends. I haven't been by your stream in a while.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, well, when you start your own channel, and all of a sudden, like, so many other things, like this is so much more than I realized it would. Not in a bad way necessarily, but like making sure that I've got everything set up, that I have the links, that I have this guest happy, that I have the timing right, that I just didn't realize.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, man, you're doing a great job.
I'm enjoying it, but like I just had no idea.
No, it's good to know. It's always good to know.
And I first conceived of this show over a year ago, and I think you were the first person I ever asked, hey, when I start doing this, will you come on? And of course you said yes, but this was like Con of Thrones 2018 or something.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
And like I spent the next year just trying to like work up the nerve to get to that point,
Yeah. Now it's awesome. You did it.
I did it.
Nice.
I made it.
Yeah.
And for those of you out there who, and it's a lot of us, who have that sort of like that imposter syndrome, that anxiety, like, yeah, it took me a year from, hold on.
Oh, by the way, yes. I just read that one. No, I missed it.
No.
Okay.
But it took me a year of like trying to work up the courage. So, and here I am, episode 10. Episode 10 of I Know That Nerd. I got Val on finally. And it was, you know, like, I don't know how much I really learned about you. I already knew you really well, but like, it's so great to have you on, Val.
Oh,
we haven't been able to talk much. I know our schedules don't always line up, but like, you're always going to be my convention sister. I really hope you get to make it to either Ice and Fire Con or Con of Thrones this year, because
you're making me feel like going more now for sure.
Yeah, we're going to get her there, folks. We're going to get her there.
We do need to hang out in person again for sure.
We do. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't actually get to hang out this year in Nashville much. We did a little bit, but like, people, no, John, I'm not smoking in here. I promise there's no smoke. I have a crappy camera. It's literally just like the camera on my laptop.
It's so funny because like we all know you do.
I mean, I smoke, but I don't smoke in my room.
Right. Oh my god. By the way, I saw someone asking about rap. Yeah, no, I'll listen to some of it. Some of it is good. Yes.
I like rap.
But nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's about it then, Val. We've hit 2 hours. We're not having a whole lot of questions in the chat, although there is a lot of love for you in the chat.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Oh my god.
Okay, so with that, we're going to wrap up again. Like, subscribe, check out my Patreon. I'm probably about to redo the tiers a little bit because I want to give people the opportunity to get more out of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably going to take a lot of my my tiers and like move everything down so that you get more stuff. You know, again, I said it last week. I'll tell you again this week. Nobody has to be a patron. Everything I make will. For this channel will always be free, but like you get the shout outs, you get I will be doing a monthly like patron only live stream. I mean, not live stream, but like hangouts where we just chat us. Anyway, yeah. So all of that, and then go over to Val's channel and follow her on Twitter and follow her on Twitch. She's hilarious.
I try.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if she says your name wrong. She is a name butcher.
Hey, yeah, I guess. Yes, I need to do more name butchering.
Yeah, you really do.
But yeah.
So, and come back next week for, I've got another guest next week who is a very well-known A Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones content creator. You might know him as Azora Hype. He's called Kyle. You probably know who that is, but that is in theory right now next week's guests.
All right.
So I look forward to seeing you all then. So peace, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you.
I'll see you in the next one.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.